Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. Welcome to Shooting It Straight with Stan. Today's topic is a good one. Increase your income floor as you age. So, in other words, that income floor, that amount that's hitting your bank account every single month, needs to be increased as you get older, unless you're Gordon Gekko and trading, butterfly spreads and condor spreads and futures and options and all that stuff. And that's what you do. And there are some people like that. I mean, they really are. But as we get older and going into chapter 2 of our lives, as they say, you want to go do your own thing. You don't want to keep score anymore. That's a big one. I always tell people, if you won the game, why are you still playing? The cheerleaders have packed up, the band, the tuba guys walked out. The scoreboard in the middle of the arena, they got it on, they got the final score. You've won. But everyone's left the arena. Why are you still playing? If you have enough money, why are you still playing? And that's chapter 2 in a nutshell to me. Now, for all you annuity haters out there, you already have an income floor product in place, at least one that I know of. If you're a United States citizen with a Social Security number, guess what, player? Guess what? You already own the best inflation annuity on the planet. It is called Social Security, and that's part of your income floor. Now, if you work for a company or a labor union or someone of the government that provides a pension for you as well, that's annuity lifetime income floor number 2. Just think about flooring, like when your wife, put a gun to your head, figuratively, of course, and said, we need to redo the floors. Now, the reason I'm talking Southern is I'm from North Carolina. North Kakalaki, as they say. When they say Carolina, I know South Carolinians call their university Carolina, and the North Carolina people call their university Carolina. Yeah, I'm from North Carolina. So to me, it's Carolina, the Tar Heels, but I digress. We're talking about income floor. But when your wife, spouse, whatever says, we need a new floor, and they're laying the floor down, that really nice wood floor, you're doing the same thing with lifetime income or income type products. So you already have Social Security, you might have a pension, but also included in that could be rental houses that's kicking off income, anything that dividend stocks kicking off income, bonds kicking off income, CDs peeling off the interest, multi-year guarantee annuities, which are the annuity industry version of a CD, peeling off interest, adding to the income. You see where I'm going here, okay? So what I would like for you to do as an exercise for your retirement, chapter 2 of your life, and this is real because it's not a game, even though you've won the game, and I don't want you to play anymore, and go toward the contractual guarantees of the income floor, is the income floor, the vast majority of it should be non-correlated, meaning not attached to the markets, not going to be affected by markets, not going to be affected by wild swings in the Dow or the NASDAQ, or if crypto goes crazy or whatever, and something, or we have a black swan event. You want that income floor to be solid. You want it to be just like Social Security, just like a pension. You want that income to be hitting that bank account all the time. Okay. Now, obviously, if you're married, you would need to set something up or make sure there's a continuation of that income floor. Okay. If something happens to you, so it continues for the life of your spouse that's put up with you for all these years. But the one thing that you're going to have a hard time replicating is the inflation component of your Social Security, which is the best inflation annuity on the planet. Why? Good question. It's because politicians just raise it. There's a formula. No, I mean, this is, the reason that Social Security gets raises all the time to the income is, there's argument A, you've earned it, but B, you vote. People that get Social Security are voters, okay? And if anyone tries to touch that, whoever tries to touch that's going to get voted out. I mean, we all have seen that calamity when someone steps to the mic and goes, I really think we should look at Social Security. I mean, what? What did you just say? And then all the pundits from both left and right, middle, side, up and down, I can't believe that they said that about Social Security, the poor, the rich and the poor. And the whole class stuff happens, but it's all about income flooring. And as you get older, with each year, you need to add more layers to that. And it's just kind of a natural progression because speaking for myself, and I know you're saying, Stan, how can you talk about chapter 2 when you look so vibrant and young? And you're saying, and then the wife saying, why has it got that gray goatee going? It's an annuity goatee, ma'am. That's what it is. It's very fashionable. I'm setting the trend out here. And yes, my wife is, I think she'll cut it off sometime at night, when I'm not aware of it. But for now, it does give away the fact that I am getting older and income flooring is important to me, and it should be important to you as well. And so if you remember the really bad sales pitch back in the day when you're sitting at Dean Witta or Payne Webber or one of those companies that's no Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, I can mention all the ones that are no longer, and they did the napkin thing. Well, let's take your age, let's put that amount percentage-wise in bonds, sir, and then let's put the rest in equity so you can get growth. It's the old napkin closes, I used to call it back in the day. And by the way, I used to work for Dean Witter, Payne Webber, Morgan Stanley, and UBS, just as a pedigree. No, I did not wear Adidas sweats. I should have. It wouldn't have lasted long. But man, I look good in the suit. But I burned all of those when I decided to come out here and be the annuity man. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, it's been good. So let's get back to the topic. And the topic is, let me see. Let me look. I am on track. Income flooring. And you might say, Stan, why don't you start a company that's called Income Flooring Incorporated? Good question. I think Stan the Annuity Man rings better, personally. But as you get older, you need to add more to that. And let's go back to the napkin close real quick. We could do that. We could say, you could increase with age the income flooring, the guaranteed income coming in, but you also have to factor in how much income do you need? Now, a lot of people will just say, well, we live very frugally and that we don't really need all this stuff and I'd rather keep it in the market. That's fine. It's all about what you want to do and how you want the money to work and the kind of risk you want to shoulder and the risk you want to transfer. But one of the sayings I like to say is, fly first class or your kids will. Or there's no U-Hauls behind hearses. If you see one, send a picture. I'd rather you spend it. I'd rather you upgrade your lifestyle, upgrade your travel, fly first class, stay in the Ritz-Carlton. You've earned it. If you're going to keep increasing the income floor, why wouldn't you increase the income floor? And a lot of people out there, that's because of current interest rates, check the time of this taping, they're at a level that people can just protect the principal and just take the interest off the top, never touch the principal, never put it at risk, never lose that principal and take interest off the top to create that income floor. And you could do it with treasuries and CDs, some AAA bonds, multi-year guarantee annuities that can then combine with your Social Security if you have a pension, etc. So I need you to think income floor. I need you to think about that foundation. I need you to put it in place where it's really non-correlated. And if you're buying blue chip like legacy stocks for dividends, they don't move a lot. You know that. I mean, that's a good income floor thought. Obviously we don't do that. I'm staying the annuity man. I focus only on annuities. But there's many ways to get income and create that income floor that's needed. Now, let's talk about inflation real quick. I mean, there's not a product out there that solves for inflation, period. You might hear it. You might hear the sales pitch, bad chicken dinner, expensive steak dinner seminar. The gal says, hey, I got the one that increases with inflation. No, they don't. Life insurance companies that issue annuities do not give that away. And typically they lower the payment by 30 to 40% to make up for that increase. It just mathematically doesn't make sense. What I would tell you to do is create the income floor. And if there's a gap that needs to be filled, think about this. Good visual. There's a gap in your floor. What are you going to do? You're not just going to leave the gap, right? Because you're going to stub your toe and you're going to be walking over with your bare feet and it's going to cut your foot. You don't want that. So if you have a gap in your income floor, you're going to fill it. How are you going to fill it? You're going to fill it with as little amount of putty or fake wood as you can, right? Analogy. With annuities, you do the same thing. Let's just say you had an income floor that's established 5 years ago at $4,500 a month. And then 5 years from now, you need $5,000 a month. It's whatever is increased. I mean, your lifestyle, whatever, you need an additional $500. What do? You do a reverse engineer quote. You can do that at my site at theannuityman.com, solving for the $500 amount. That's how you go about solving for inflation using annuities and contractual guarantees. You don't try to throw a dart at it. You don't buy a package product that might increase or should increase or historically has increased. No, no, no. You keep your powder dry, and at the time you need to gap fill that income, you do that to fill in the gap of that income floor. I think the visual works. When we think of wood floors, like, come from the deep South, all the wood flooring and all that stuff that my grandmother, and boy, you couldn't even build it. I mean, that would be expensive. Think about that. Think about the wood floor. And if you're young out there, you're going to start putting in a slat of income at a time. The older you are, you start adding more slats every single year to make sure that that income is going to be hitting your bank account, regardless of what happens in the world, regardless of what party's in charge, regardless of what really old person wins the presidency. Regardless of that, can we have somebody a little younger? I don't know. That's just me. I'm not political. I don't watch that stuff. But it does seem odd. I'll just say this. When I'm that octogenarian age back, if I get to the octogenarian age, you don't want to watch my videos. It's not going to, well, maybe you do. It's going to be fun. But hopefully by then, and let's just say that happens, your income floor is in place, because I'm going to tell you this right now. Me and the lovely Christine of 35 years that's put up with the Annuity Man, and I wanted her to change her last name to the Annuity Man, but she wouldn't. From a marketing standpoint, I thought that was a great idea. She shot it down. We're putting in the income floor. We're putting in the income floor right now, one slat at a time, and we look at it every single year. Okay, this is the income floor. What are we going to need in the future? This is the income. We start planning, because you can build the income floor for right now, or you can build the income floor for the future, because it all comes down to two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? In this case, I want to build an income floor. And when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? You might say, I need to build the income floor now, or I need to build it over time and ladder in those guarantees. Either way, you can run those quotes at my site at theannuityman.com, schedule a call with us. You might even get me. Wouldn't that be a hoot? But either way, we're going to listen to you, ears, in proportion, 2 to 1, ears to mouth. We're going to listen to you. We're going to put together a customized strategy, and we're going to put together a plan that suits you building that income floor. And it's not going to be all annuities. It's going to be the annuity part we can do and do better than anyone on the planet, but there's going to be other things that you're going to add to that income floor to get you to that monthly total so that you can go live your life, because you've earned it. You won the game. Don't play anymore. The band's left. The cheerleaders left. Stop standing in the middle of the thing dribbling and playing the markets. You don't have to do that. Build the income floor and go live your life. My name is Stan, the Annuity Man. I am America's annuity agent. I'm so glad you joined me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.